It is on the list that I read from Forbes.com of the richest owners in professional sports. If you're like me, you are fascinated by this. I don't know why, but I loved reading this yesterday. For the 8th consecutive year, Steve Ballmer is the richest owner in professional sports. He was the CEO of Microsoft for a generation. His net worth is estimated at $83 billion. That is down $13.5 billion from where he was because of Microsoft's stock valuation. He's the 8th richest person in the world.
Yeah.
He has been the richest owner in sports since he bought the Clippers in 2014. The Walton family, which bought the Broncos recently, they're the 2nd richest owners in sports. They are the Walmart heir, Rob Walmart, or Walton, excuse me, is worth $56 billion. Did you know that of the Forbes 400 richest people in the world, 50 of them own professional sports teams?
Yeah.
It's incredible to me. You want to hear who they come from in the different sports? Jerry Jones is number 7. The Cowboys are the most valuable sports franchise in the world, valuated at $8 billion. David Tepper, who owns the Panthers, is actually 3 on the list. Steve Cohen, Bubba, who owns the Mets, is number 5 on the list. He is the richest owner in baseball. Am I the only one? I'm just fascinated by reading this. I don't know why, but I am fascinated by these numbers.
I think what's fascinating about the numbers is, like, you talk about the difference between 1 and 2 is from $83 billion down to $56 billion. I mean, think about that. You're talking about a $27 billion difference between 1 and 2. Like, they're not in the same stratosphere as each other.
Not only that, but I want to point out to everyone that when I say Rob Walton is worth $56.7 billion, the 0.7 is $700 million. So we kind of ignore the 0.7. The 0.7 is more than all of us in this room's families will ever have in the next 50 generations. The 0.7, it's a rounding error. It's $700 million. If I just met someone and I said, how much money are you worth? And they said, I'm worth $700 million.
You'd be impressed.
You'd be like, that's the single richest person I will encounter in this year. And it's a forgotten about decimal point in the net worth of these people who own these teams.
See, I'll probably encounter Jerry Jones at some point this year. So no, that wouldn't be the richest.
Right.
But I mean, like, you know, it's funny because I always tell this story that we were at an owners meeting a couple years ago, and I was at the Biltmore in Phoenix. And these guys were checking into the hotel. The owners were and their rooms weren't ready. And the hotel, like, the front desk was trying to tell these billionaires, and like they couldn't understand what they were talking about. Like, what do you mean my room's not? Like, well, you know, you can get changed and you can go to the pool. Whatever. No, I go to my room now. Like they live in a different world than the rest of us do. Like, it might as well be a different planet. My suspicion is some of them are looking into that. And they may pull it off at some point, but yeah, it's crazy when you talk about that.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.